Hi, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Shavanaka Kelly, and I am with Beyond the Policy webcast. And today I have a very special guest. Caller, could you introduce yourself and tell us your name and about your business?
I got to do my little quippy tagline. Howdy, y'all. I am your Midwest Texas transplant music teacher, and my name is Miss Kara. I'm the proud owner of H Squared Studio, all over the country online and based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
So I met Kara at an event and instantly fell in love with her. Kara, tell us about how you got started with your business.
Wow. Okay, so my first experience as an entrepreneur was when I was in college. I was 18 and I was approached by my church that I sang at, a Presbyterian church, that offered me a position as the director of their nonprofit that they wanted to start with a grant.
Okay.
And I was in music school, first year teacher, and I was terrified. And I learned and grew, and this program was called Neat Beats. And then it really took off. The kids did great, and we loved it. But when the grant ended, the program ended 2 years later. So then I sought out teaching privately and through schools. I was a choir director. I was a Montessori director. I taught at Gifted and Talented. I was a voiceover for an audiobook company for 4 years. So I've worn many, many hats.
Yes.
But the one consistent throughout my entire adult life was I always had private students in my home. And maybe one day a week, maybe 2 days a week, and they were my heart. They were always the people I was the closest to. Oh, don't cry. One of them, a little girl, not little anymore. My gosh, she's 18. Miriam, who is the
Okay.
most beautiful, charming child you'd ever meet.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's a beautiful woman going off to college, and she's known me since she was 3, and she's studied
Wow.
with me over 14 years.
Oh, wow.
So,
Yes.
like, my business is super, super rare in the sense that since I have moved around for performance and growing and been in lots of
Yes.
different states,
Mhm.
I've kept these very sacred relationships alive with dozens and dozens of students. So I
Awesome.
have a lot of students in like their 5th year, 10th year,
Yeah.
they're family.
Yes. Yeah. One of my oldest daughter, Ivana, she just left for college. She was with her music teacher for 10 years. And when they had the part,
Wow.
they cried and they didn't want to leave each other. Her music teacher, her violin teacher, Ivana was getting dropped off to her house, and then Ivana started driving to her house. So it was like they kind of grew together. When she would do different competitions, her teacher was there to support her. So it's a really good like relationship to have with your music teacher, because music is its own language. You get to communicate in a different way with your teacher.
Yeah.
I have a love for music teachers, because my kids have had probably about 3, 4, 5, 6 music teachers just in their short time. Because typically what I do is I start them out with piano in first grade, and then third grade they'll go to strings, and then around fifth grade we'll add the guitar. Most of my girls stuck with some type of instrument, and others have just said it's not my thing. I
Did
think we
you
had that
expose
connection
them to
right
that
away.
art?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, you knew my language. My language of love is music and
It's
art.
music. Yes.
And I think it's incredible to have someone on your village and your team,
Hmm.
because it takes a village to raise a wonderful human being. And
Absolutely.
like, for example, it comes to mind a really
Mhm.
special student, Dwani Sridhar, who is one of my absolute most fond memories of working with her. She's now a graduate of Berklee College of Music.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Yeah.
And she's a fantastic songwriter, audio engineer, singer. Oh my, and for example, little personal story. I'll make it quick. When my mother passed away from
Mhm.
brain cancer very early, I did not feel I wanted to stay with anybody, not my relatives, friends. I wanted to stay with Shri, and I wanted to stay with Madhu and Dwani. So my
Mm.
dad had only met them briefly, but we flew back to Dallas for the funeral, and we stayed with them because
Wow.
they're family. Shri would sit on the couch and talk to my dad, and they'd have a cocktail and they'd relax during this super hard week.
Yeah.
And Madhu dressed me in a beautiful purple, my mother's favorite color, purple Indian obviously you can tell I have a very, very big love for Indian culture.
Yes.
And so these families, and actually primarily, I would say probably half my studio is Indian, South Indian or
Mhm.
North Indian. Actually, it's very interesting because when an Indian family finds you, they share you. They're not gatekeepers, so they're
Okay.
highly intelligent, high achievers, some of the best people in the world I know. And
Mhm.
so like I made a lot of friends, and like I would teach a lot of siblings and sisters and cousins and stuff. So
Got
anyways, Dwani was just so special, and her mother would call me her guru.
it. That's so
And it was
sweet.
like, it was my honor, like your music
Yeah.
teacher that you talked about
Mhm.
for your daughter. It
Mhm.
was my honor and my privilege to be at her talent show competitions. It was my
Yes.
privilege to watch her sing in front of thousands of people at this huge event raising money for the Sankari Eye competition to eradicate blindness in India. She won first place. And I was
Wow.
on stage with her and warming her up and her in her beautiful half sari. I have some of the
Yes.
most magical moments in my life with these kids.
Yeah, and I mean, it shows. I can definitely tell your passion for it. Can you tell me how do you think your work impacts the community that you serve? You kind of talked a little bit about it, but can you kind of elaborate a little bit more?
Yes. I mean, I think the thing is, we're a team of over 10 in NH Squared
Okay.
Studio. We've grown from in the past 3 years to, I think we have 5 teachers of different instruments, so violin, viola, guitar, ukulele, piano, voice. And one of the big things we do is we were featured on Channel 12 News as Person of the Week in June. That was a
Okay.
great honor. Talking about our support for the mental health community and students of all ages with autism, especially those who are a higher level of support required. And we are happy to report that our students, wow, one of them has autism and is nonverbal.
Mm-hmm.
Sweetheart. He said his first word in 6 months to me. He
Oh,
said, frog.
frog.
He hadn't spoken a
Mm-hmm.
word that was clear. And the dad was like, yeah, it's like once every 6 months. And he chose me and my teacher. So I have a support system that does outreach as far as our nonprofit, Harmony Heals Inc., which we
Mm-hmm.
have a fabulous gala in the beginning of December on a Saturday.
Yes. Yes.
Gowns welcome, suits welcome, even tuxedos welcome. It'll be catered. It'll have some wonderful keynote speakers, and we're so excited. What we do at Harmony Heals Inc. is we do trunk or treats, we do master classes, we do art therapy. We bring in a fabulous woman-owned business, Black-owned business, and she is a therapist in art. We have a
Mhm.
psychotherapist on staff with a PhD and 18 years of experience who is our life coach. And
Yes.
so, like, our Melody for the Mind class is for anyone with DID, bipolar, depression, anxiety, anywhere on the map with any kind of mental health, undiagnosed or not. And it's a
Mm-hmm.
very calming class where we do about half of it is goal setting, accountability, processing emotions, learning better coping skills.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all women classes or men classes, and they're
Okay.
for 16 and up. So that's one
Yes.
of the ways we support the mental health community. And
Mm-hmm.
the classes are very affordable.
Okay.
So, because it's group. And then everything is, kept in confidence. And,
Yes.
what we say in the group stays in the group.
Yes.
And then our autism class is led by the fabulous Renee Tapsova. She runs TAS, which is an amazing program that she supports autism learning and
Okay.
private tutoring.
Okay.
Fantastic. So she's my lead teacher for autism. And then I have a TA named Zachary and a fabulous school manager named Raven, who are my support for those group classes. And what's amazing is in 3 months, they all have so much experience with autism personally or professionally that
Mm-hmm.
in 3 months, they're running the classes without me.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So we get to serve more children and serve
Mm-hmm.
more adolescents because I have a team that has learned from me over the course of the last 2 years. They were all students. So a unique
Uh-huh.
thing about us is we almost exclusively hire from within the studio and the community, our
Mm-hmm.
community,
Okay.
which our sign outside our door says you belong.
Yes.
If you don't belong anywhere else, you belong here. I don't care
Yes.
if you vote red, blue. I don't care if you're black, white, green, purple. I don't care
Yes.
if you hijab. You are welcome. If you are kind and respectful, you are welcome.
Yes.
And
So
if
the
you don't feel
student
like you
becomes
belong
the
anywhere
teacher.
else,
Yes. I love
yep,
that. The student
yep.
becomes
So
the teacher.
everyone's hired.
I
Yep.
I love it. So
Mentorship.
Can you tell us if someone wanted to get involved with your music lessons and the service that you offer, what is the best way for them to contact you?
The best way is just text. Like, send
Okay.
me a text, call me. Like, I'm on my phone all the time. All the time. You know, we do our TikToks, we do our Instagram.
Yes.
I also promote content as well, so you can learn from my socials. But the best
Mhm.
way is directly to contact me, 713-876-3189.
Okay.
And also, we do have our website where you can check out our 1212 new channel 12 news story, and you can hear me sing, and you can see our pictures, and you can see our class descriptions. Another thing is we are working towards accepting the waiver,
Okay.
and we are also looking into accepting insurance for students who would qualify. And then also the nonprofit
Mhm.
is going to support scholarships. So my main goal is to never turn anyone away for cost.
Yes.
Our classes start at $160 a month for weekly lessons. So we have a lot of affordable options already.
Mhm.
But, you know, everyone deserves music, regardless
Yeah.
if they're economically disadvantaged, which a lot of us in America are right
Yeah.
now. I would love to be in a position very soon where I get to say, what can you afford? Name your price. And
Yeah.
I could let my scholarships from my donors, and I could let that fill the gap. And
Yes.
so so my website is h2 the number studio.org.
.org. Everyone deserves music. I love that. I'm gonna steal that. I love it.
Yes, everyone deserves love. Everyone deserves words of affirmation. Everyone without exception, even the worst of people, the hardest to love are ones
Mhm.
that need love the most.
Yes.
Hate can't
Mhm.
heal hate.
Yes.
You know,
Love.
and it's like we have to stand together in love. And that's something that my Christian background and my Catholic faith taught me was if anything is in the Bible, if anything is in the Quran. I was married into a person who was Muslim for a while. Good long
Okay.
while. He was a good man and happily divorced, but you know, I really
Mhm.
learned a lot about many books of faith.
Faith.
And the
Yeah.
only core thing I see amongst you know, what my best friend Becca talks about with Judaism is love. It is a central theme in Hinduism and Taoism, Buddha. Like, it is such a central part of core needs for humans is just to feel loved and worthy and accepted. And that's what I aim to do more than music. I
Yeah.
just want them to know that they're important, and I want to build their self-confidence and their self-worth in a world that continually challenges that belief.
Yes. Well, thank you. My goodness, I'm so happy that we get to have this conversation. Like I said, when I met you, I just knew that I had to kind of get to know you better. I look forward to coming to your events and to your gala in December. So that's
Yes,
exciting.
early December.
Yes.
Please wear any ball gown, any color, and come hungry. It's gonna be beautiful food. Actually, my dad in Texas might even be catering. He owns a catering company as a chef trained in New York. So we
Okay.
might even have daddy flying out to do all the
Okay.
catering. And we're in negotiations with some really important keynote speakers, really big names in Milwaukee. So
Okay.
it's gonna be fantastic.
Well,
Super
God
excited.
bless you, Kara. I love everything that you're doing in the community. Don't stop the work that you're doing because everyone needs music. And we'll connect and definitely talk further. But thank you for joining us on the webcast. You've been great. Thank you for sharing your business. And I'm sure that someone will be encouraged and blessed by this conversation. Thank you.
Wonderful. And that's the goal, right? You leave everyone a little bit better than when you found them.
Absolutely.
Take care.